Hello, my lovely ladies, and welcome to the Menopause Made Easy with Tanya podcast. And today we're going to talk about why you need to strength train. Yes, you know what? You may not want to. You may not want to. I get it. I hear from so many of you. I don't want to do it. I hate working out, but I'm telling you, this gives you your independence, your strength. It's good for your bones. It's good for your heart. I'm going to tell you why. And I want to make it fun. I want to make it fun. I do tons of fun classes in my Vibrant Living Academy if you want to join me online. And excited to announce that in April of 2025, I am going to reopen my Move Your Body studio and teach my Muscle Mania class again. I think I taught it for 15 years. And it is so important. So today I'm going to dive into some of the reasons why it's so important. And I've talked about this again in many episodes, but I cannot lie, I cannot deceive, I cannot make up a different name for a class and then get you to lift weights. Like, it's just that important to lift weights. So I know many of you love dancing and line dancing and Zumba, and you like doing some yoga, and I love all that stuff. So I'm not saying that you have to lift weights and that's the only thing you have to do. But what I am saying is that I cannot stress enough the importance to lift some weights and have fun doing it. Okay, which is what I do when we do it. So lifting weights is not just about looking toned. Okay, even though, listen, that feels good. Okay, it's about staying healthy, especially when you are going through the perimenopause menopause journey. So I know some of you play sports. And again, you're not getting the overload on your muscle, which is what is going to build muscle. Okay. If you are not lifting more than what your body weight is, okay, you are developing something called sarcopenia, which is like you're basically your muscle mass is just naturally declining. You might not notice a number on the scale change at all. This is why I'm not a big proponent of, just a number on a scale. It's really important if you are going to get a scale to understand what your muscle mass is and your fat mass, okay, and your weight. But I just recently did a retreat and I asked the ladies, listen to episode number 167 for blood tests. Nobody knew what blood test to get. I asked them if they knew what their fat mass was, what their subcutaneous, what their visceral, no idea, but every person knew their weight. Okay, weight does not give you the big picture. And if I could tell doctors to just, if you want to weigh somebody, at least get a body fat, like a bioimpedance scale in the offices so that people can start to see how much muscle they have on them, how much bone, how much fat, whether it's visceral or subcutaneous, to give you an understanding of what your body is made up of. I need water. Okay, so you really want to avoid sarcopenia. And menopausal women are at greater risk, okay, due to these hormonal changes and the decreased estrogen. So go to episode 176 because I summarized the book Estrogen Matters, which helps with muscle preservation and bone density. So you're losing this estrogen. So we need to, okay, you got to dig deep down here. And even if you don't like it, just 1 minute, okay? 1 minute, trust me, it'll help. Okay, so why is being under-muscled a health risk? And I can guarantee that there are many, 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 I might even say the majority of women right now that are under-muscled, okay? You're not lifting enough weight to, get those muscles fired up. All right, so the health risks of low muscle mass are an increased risk of osteoporosis and fracture. So listen to episode number 6 or 8, where I talk about osteoporosis. You can't see your bones. You cannot see your bones. So we want to work to make sure we keep strong bones, and lifting weights is going to help you keep your bones strong. Okay, just one factor. When you have a slower metabolism, okay, and muscle helps, to keep that metabolism revved up, it leads to more weight gain, okay, and difficulty managing your body composition. So again, your scale number may not change, but your body composition is changing, and fat is not, we all need fat on our body, but we don't need excess fat, and we really don't need excess visceral fat. Okay, if you are under muscled, you have a higher risk of type 2 diabetes due to reduced insulin sensitivity. Your muscles are a sponge. They're a glucose sponge. So it really helps decrease pre-diabetes and diabetes. Okay. You also, if you are under muscled, have an increased likelihood of falling and injuring yourself because you have weaker muscles, you have poorer balance, you don't have the same reaction time. We actually practice in my classes in my Vibrant Living Academy, and soon to be in April. We actually do a lot of balance work, incorporating that with muscles, because I really believe in a balanced menopausal workout. So we do rolling, and we do weights, and we do balance, and we do stretching, we do yoga, we do Pilates. We do all of that stuff, and we also incorporate lifting weights. And if you're not strong, okay, you're going to have a decline in your independence and your quality of life as you age. So just look around at, somebody in there. So say you're in your 50s, look at somebody who's in their 70s and 80s, and look, maybe even some people in their 60s, and look at who you want to aspire to be. Okay. And ask the people, what are they doing? And then notice the people who are not where you want to be, and see what they're doing. And I can tell you that when I look at my lifestyle, listen, I don't do a ton. I have to be honest with you, but I do enough, okay, to keep me afloat. I don't need to be the best. I don't need to be the strongest. I don't need to be the fastest, but I need to make sure that I am doing enough so that I don't fall prey to bone loss and type 2 diabetes and weight gain and, falling down and hurting myself. Okay. I'm not a freak. I'm a very lovely person that just wants the best for you. And I'm being super honest with you. I just do enough. Okay. I just do enough. I don't need to be a superstar. All right. So the impact of hormonal health. So muscle plays a great role in regulating your blood sugar. I have done tons of episodes on blood sugar because, as many of you know, I was a sugar addict, and I honestly feel, I know this without a shadow of a doubt, that I am not diabetic because of my muscle mass and because I've worked out. Okay, because your muscle is a sponge. So muscle plays a role in regulating your blood sugar and your metabolism. It helps to manage conditions like insulin resistance, and it helps you maintain a healthier body composition. All right, so what can you do? What can you do? Now, listen, again, if you know this information, but you're not doing it, you have to ask yourself, why aren't I doing it? Okay, why aren't you doing it? And this is why I have a job. And I'm not saying you have to come with me, but you can. You may need support. You may need a personal trainer, okay, which is what I do, or you may need some group classes. So I can be part of your health team. I don't have to be, but if I resonate with you, maybe you poke in, you see, I help you, you poke out. But if you're not doing anything, you need support and motivation and accountability and guidance. Okay. So when you lift weights, And again, we're not starting with 50 pounds. I'm meeting you where you are. You are going to build and preserve your muscle. Okay. You are going to improve your strength. You're going to boost your metabolism. You're going to enhance insulin sensitivity. You're going to strengthen your bone. You're going to strengthen your heart. You're going to uplift your mood. You're going to feel amazing. Let me tell you, the hardest thing about lifting weights is starting. Okay. When I teach classes, I say to everybody, the hardest thing you did was getting here. Because in 1 second, you can decide, I'm not doing it. 1 second, 1 second, you decide, I'm not doing it. Show up. Okay. Just get yourself to the place to lift the weights. And that is a big accomplishment. All right. And so, and then have fun. Really, we have a lot of fun. All right. So you can use resistance bands if you want to. You can use body weight if you're new, right? To those of you that are new at training, I teach a great class on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock in Fenland Falls at Lock 34 Yoga, and we do body sculpting. Okay, we use light weights, we use body weight, we use bands, and we have a lot of fun. So that's another option for you. All right. The other thing we want to do when we strength train, which I've done again, a lot of episodes, and if you haven't picked up my protein guide, please pick it up. It's free. And I want you to be increasing your protein intake because that's going to help support your muscle growth. All right. So it's so important. And I know so many of you, and I'm going to put my hand up here. Look, my hand is up. I definitely have to be intentional about my protein because I gravitate more to carbohydrates. Okay, so I have to be intent. I don't go, oh, geez, boy, would I really love a steak and some avocado? No, no, I'm usually like, oh, I'd love some toast and peanut butter. I'd like a smoothie, even though it has some protein, but I don't, I intentionally have to make myself get that protein to build my strong muscles. But I'm okay with that because the end game is better. Okay, the end game. I'm in it for the end game. All right. So a lot of women will say to me, oh, Tanya, I can't lift weights because it makes me bulky. No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't. I'm doing a bicep curl right now. I don't think I'm bulky. Like I can lift 12, 15. I typically don't go over 15 pounds with my biceps. I'm not bulky. I'm not bulky. I lift about 40 pounds with a chest press. I lift anywhere between 12 and 40, depending on my mood, depending on where I am in the month. That's the other thing, right? You really got to learn how to tap into your energy. I don't think I lift anything really over 40 pounds. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't have a spotter, right? It's not that I couldn't lift heavier weights. It's that I don't have somebody to help me get the weight up because that is actually the hardest position is actually getting that weight up. But we don't need to talk about that. All right. So I'm just saying that you're not going to get bulky. And maybe you're the tiny percent of a person that gets bulky. But most women are not going to get bulky because you're not lifting Arnold Schwarzenegger weights. Okay. So but what weights will do is you will look leaner and stronger, not bulky, leaner and stronger. Okay. It feels so good to feel strong. I cannot tell you how good it feels. Okay. And you are never too old to start, ever. So these are some of the myths, some of the excuses I get. You're never too old, never too old. I have women in their 70s and 80s they're lifting weights because we're having so much fun and they feel so darn good. Okay. And they want to keep active and mobile and they know, and they have been with me for so long, they feel so much better. Okay. So I have clients that they feel stronger, their waist shrinks, their moods are more level, they're happy. Oh, that's what I was going to say. When people show up at my class, nobody ever leaves my class and says, I wish I hadn't come. Nobody leaves a personal training session. Everybody is happier. They feel good. They're so happy they got there. So just try and keep that end result in mind when you're making that decision. Okay. So I know, again, let's talk about like reframing some narratives of getting some motivation to lift weights, because this is what I hear a lot of the time. People go, yeah, 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 I know what to do. I know what to do. But a year goes by, still haven't done anything. All right. So we want to focus on the functional benefits. Okay. Again, I'm not going to lie. I like looking good. Okay. I like looking good. I like a toned body. I know what my body is capable of. And when I'm on point, I'm hot and sexy. I'm not always on point. I let myself slide a little bit. That's life. I'm okay with that. But on the whole, I definitely gravitate to wanting to work out because I want to stay independent. I want to be able to get up and down. I want to play with my grandkids if I ever have them. I want to travel with ease. I do not want anything to impede my ability to do the physical things I want to do. I'm not going to run a marathon. I'm not going to hike Kilimanjaro. I just want to play with my dogs, play with my kids, be able to carry my groceries. Again, I'm not like a freak, right? I'm basically, as I said in the last episode, I'm just doing enough to feel good. Sometimes I do a little bit more. Okay. But on the whole, I'm doing the bare minimum to just keep myself in the game. Okay. In the game. And I think again, I definitely am vain. People like to look good, but the health benefits, I think when I tap into the why, right, is that I get better blood sugar balance, right? My muscles are a glucose sponge. I have stronger bones. Like, again, listen to that osteoporosis episode, number 6 or 8. I'm telling you, that's a huge motivation. I have energy. I am vibrant. I sleep better. I have a clearer mental state. I know how good it is for my cognition. Working out, there is not a single disadvantage to working out if you do it properly, right? And so I've been a personal trainer for over 3 decades. Form is key so you don't hurt yourself. So focus on your functional benefits of staying independent, whatever that means to you, traveling, da 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 da, and the health goals of how good you'll feel. And again, if you are not doing this on your own, join community, get some accountability, some empowerment, some guidance. Again, you can hire me as a personal trainer. You can join my group classes. I teach in person at various places. All right. And maybe if you are self-motivated enough, I've got tons of videos on YouTube, or, there's so much out there. So if free is what you're looking for, um, do it. But if you're not doing it, you might need to pay. Okay. And your health will thank you. Your independence will thank you. And then focus on small wins, right? So start with achievable goals. So I always say to everybody, just lift weights 5 minutes, 2 times a week. That's it. Lift it for 5 minutes. If 5 minutes sounds too much, start with a minute. Just start with 1 minute, 2 times a week. If you do more, you feel great. Okay. Sometimes you start for that minute, you go, I'll go another minute. I'll do another minute. It's startings, but so start with small, achievable goals. And then celebrate your progress, right? And so a lot of times people will come in, they'll start with 3 pounds, they move to 5 pounds, and they move to 8 pounds, and they're at 10 pounds. I have 70-year-olds lifting 10 to 15 to 20 pounds, depending on the exercise. They are ecstatic. They're like, I didn't think I could do this. I feel so good, right? They're moving way more easily in life. Like they're just so proud and happy of them for themselves. They feel so good. All right. So just focus on starting and then celebrate your progress. Can you lift a little heavier with proper form? Okay. You got to have that proper form. All right. So I have, again, myself as an example. I've been lifting weights since I was 20. I won't stop. Some days I lift heavier, some days I lift lighter. Depends on the season, depends on my cycle. Even though I don't have a period anymore, we still cycle with our energy. You start to notice that. I have clients who've dropped weight. Again, dropping weight, great, but the fact that they're strong, they're independent, they're happy, their moods are more stable. They're just like you can just, the vibrancy, the excitement. Okay. So please, if you're not doing it on your own, let me or somebody else help you. Okay, so your muscles are your health insurance. You are the CEO of your health, and this is a really important department of health in your body. Building and maintaining strength during menopause, your perimenopausal years from 35 onward, can transform not just how you look, but how you feel and how you live. All right. So I'm going to encourage you to take small steps. If you don't own a pair of dumbbells, go and buy some, put them where you see them. Again, listen to my episodes for lots of motivation, join a class, consult a trainer, check out free resources. Okay, there's lots of different things that you can do. So I really hope that has inspired you. Just another little tiny push to lift some weights. Lift some weights. Build a routine. Feel strong, independent, vibrant. And we have an epidemic of under-muscled women. Stop trying to lose fat. Start focusing on building muscle, and the fat will disappear. Trust me, okay? So focus on building muscle. Focus on building muscle. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. And I'm here if you need my help. So please share this episode with anybody who may need this motivation. And please, if you need to reach out and just chat with me, please do so. I look forward to hearing your adventure. I really do hope you build some muscle. I really do. I really do. You're never too old. It's never too late to start. Just do it. All right. I love you all. I do. And I want you to thrive over 35. Okay. I want you to be alive and thrive. And we need postmenopausal women. We need perimenopausal women who have, better mood stabilization, and weights really help with that. Okay. Stop talking. Stop talking. All right, everybody. Enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Healthy hugs.